Usually I start with my hands on the pad. Then once I sit on the drum set, I do some stuff for my feet, sometimes only the feet, just to get warmed up with my feet. And then I do some coordination stuff just to get my engine warmed up. And if you have 2 hours, I mean, I would for sure do at least 15 minutes only hands and 15 minutes only feet, and then maybe another 15 minutes everything together, but still just warm-ups to get the body warmed up. And a lot of people don't understand that at the end it's all the brain. It's only brain. If the brain gets used to this kind of way of practicing, and the same stuff every day, not another exercise and another exercise and another exercise. So you have the feeling that at the end of the week you did a lot of stuff, which is a complete error. I mean, our brain doesn't work like this. Our brain wants to do the same thing and the same thing again and again, to learn, to learn, to learn. There is this old Latin expression that is 2,000 or 3,000 years old. Repetitio studiorum mater est, which means repetition is the mother of learning. So if you do different exercises, even if you do them slow, if you do a different exercise every day, it just doesn't do it. It just doesn't help. It's about doing the same thing every day. And even the best would be to do the same thing every day at the same time. This is for most people not possible, but our brain works like this. If you do your paradiddles for 15 minutes every day at 10 o'clock, it's easier for your brain, and it remembers what you did yesterday and stuff. So that's a big mistake, to just try to get through some books as fast as possible, because then you feel like you did a lot or something. It's the opposite. If you go through one exercise in 1 month or even in 2 months and do it slow and every day the same, you learn a lot more than the other way around. So that's really one of the biggest mistakes, I guess. And our brain, if you do warm-ups, and you do the same, and then you do it for 45 minutes, as I said, first hands, then feet, and then maybe everything together. The next day you do it, your brain says, oh, yes, this is what, I know this. This is what I did yesterday. Oh, I know how this feels. This is nice. I want to do it. It's comfortable. So if you do this every day and you do warm-ups, and then you start to practice more difficult stuff or new stuff, your brain is in this mind frame that, oh, it's nice. I want to do it. I want to learn. This is really what I like to do. I know how to do it. But if you do different exercises every day, just at the beginning, your brain says, oh, no, this is hard. This is so difficult. I cannot do this. This is too much for me. So your brain is in the opposite frame. It just doesn't want to learn. It says, this is too much. I just refuse. This is too much. I can't. It's kind of like warm-ups for sports, I mean, you have to do them slow, so your brain knows, okay, now it's coming this, it's fine. And then after, you can stretch your abilities because your brain is prepared, and otherwise it's the opposite, and it doesn't get better, and it doesn't get better, and you practice and you practice, and you're frustrated because the other guy can do it and you still cannot do it. Yeah. And so this is this. And then, I mean, if you do 45 minutes of warm-ups, or, I mean, maybe even an hour, whatever else you do goes much faster. And of course, you have to learn new stuff. But you have to repeat and repeat and repeat, and then do something new. And then the other philosophy for me in practicing is that I learned from Joe DiOrio, who was an amazing guitar player and a fantastic teacher in Los Angeles. And he said always, if you learn one thing every day, that's fantastic. And that's enough. Because if you learn one thing a day along the year, you learn 356, 65 new things, which is a lot during the year. But most people, they don't even learn one thing every day because they just practice wrong. And then you don't learn. So if you prepare your body and then you try to learn one thing every day, then you should be great and learn a lot.